Long before Herman Thompson wore the heavy, obsidian-bound crown of the Alpha King, he was just a headstrong warrior from the Frost Peak Ridge. The werewolf territories were fragmented, bled dry by decades of infighting and border skirmishes. Order was a distant memory, and in the vacuum of power rose Lord Malachor Blackthorn, a ruthless, ancient alpha who ruled through terror, dark magic, and brute force. Blackthorn believed in absolute dominance. He laid waste to any pack that dared assert independence, forcing surviving wolves into subjugation. Herman, seeing his homeland crushed under Blackthorn's tyrannical iron heel, refused to bow. He spent years uniting the scattered remnants of the fallen packs, forging a coalition bound not by fear, but by blood-sworn loyalty. The inevitable clash came on the winter solstice atop the jagged plateau of the Blood Mist Basin. As snow lashed across the frozen earth, the two armies met, but the true battle belonged only to two men. Herman stepped into the center of the clearing, his massive gray-furred wolf form radiating quiet, lethal focus. Opposite him stood Blackthorn, a monster of sheer shadow and silver-laced claws, his eyes burning with an unholy crimson light. There were no speeches, no honorable gestures, only the tearing of flesh and the shatter of bone. Blackthorn was faster, fueled by forbidden blood rights that granted him unnatural speed. He lunged, pinning Herman against an icy crag. With a sickening snarl, Blackthorn unsheathed his elongated, obsidian-tipped claws and tore across Herman's face. The strike was meant to blind and kill. The claws ripped through Herman's left eyebrow, dragged viciously across his closed eyelid, and carved deep through the meat of his left cheek. Blood, hot and crimson, poured over the snow. Pain burned like liquid silver in Herman's veins, but instead of breaking him, it ignited something ancient. With a guttural roar that echoed through the basin, Herman surged forward. Ignoring the blinding agonies of his left eye, he slammed Blackthorn onto the jagged rock face. Herman seized Blackthorn by the throat, wrestling the tyrant into submission. He didn't execute him. Herman knew a martyr would only complicate the fragile peace he sought to build. Instead, Herman snapped Blackthorn's alpha aura, severing his connection to his pack, and banished him into the barren, lawless outlands. When the dust settled, Herman stood victorious. The surrounding pack leaders fell to one knee, recognizing the birth of a new era. They hailed him as the Alpha King. Herman's wound healed, but wolf magic leaves its own marks. The strike left a thick, jagged silver scar cutting vertically from his left eyebrow through his eye, and down his cheek, a permanent reminder of the price of freedom. Far beyond the borders, nursing his shattered pride in the shadowy expanse of the outlands, Lord Blackthorn lives on. Every time he hears the name Herman Thompson, the humiliation burns fresh. He hates the Alpha King with every fiber of his ruined soul, waiting, watching, and plotting the day he can tear that